Hey, this is Brett the Hitman Hart, and you're listening to the Smack Raw podcast.
What? Okay, well, has this always been a thing? Where have I been?
Hey, what's going on, you guys? Welcome to the AEW Dynamite recap brought to you by the Smack Raw podcast. I am your host, Katie, baby.
Baby.
And of course,
Yeah.
I'm joined by Kevin Crazy and RN. How you guys doing?
Yo, I'm doing great.
It's all right.
Okay.
Way to undersell it.
Yeah, he really did. Just undersold it.
Yeah.
So, before we talk about probably the best Dynamite.
Come on, bro. Quit slow grinding and get this shit out the way. Get the corporate Kyle shit out the way so we can talk.
All right. Don't yell at me, first of
Ali,
all.
I mean,
Just wish I had to wrap it up, Box. Wrap that shit up, B.
I'm starting a labor union on this podcast.
Oh my god, I hate you both.
Work that we probably could if we actually did anything on these podcasts, Kevin. We just show up.
Yeah, y'all just show up.
We can't really. We don't.
Kevin
really
keeps
have
trying to say it's also his podcast. No.
No, we're guest hosts, bro. Sorry, we're guest hosts.
I'm glad RN understands.
You guys
Thank
are using all of this charm, okay?
Oh my
That's
God.
not free, bitch.
Thank you to everyone who's currently watching on twitch.tv/puttingyouover. You can find us Monday or Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday, the occasional Saturday, Sunday, depending on the pay-per-view for
Those
the
are
company.
the days of the week.
I hate you. If you miss a live stream, we have the video from the podcast up on our YouTube channel, youtube.com/smackdrawpodcast. Hit the notification bell so you get notified every time we post a new video. Especially this week, we'll have NXT up, our War Games predictions, this video, War Games
Boom.
recap itself.
Boom.
Check out the YouTube channel. We're going to have so
Boom.
much on there. RN's just sharing stuff to the chat, and it's distracting me. Thank you. We have the audio form of the podcast on basically every podcast platform you can think of. Stop it. Oh man. Also, we kind of are the exclusive recap for Wrestling News World if we're on the website. We haven't been for like a month. That's because Thomas refuses to give Kyle the information. I don't control that part. That's not on me. But still check out their website, WrestlingNewsWorld.com. Make your home for all of wrestling news, wants, and needs by checking out their articles, their podcasts, their premium content.
Yep.
And finally, help support us, like the three of us and Kyle, by not only doing the usual like, comment, share, subscribe, follow, download, all that jazz, but Kevin, where can they go?
All that jazz. They can go to your mom, ask her for some money, and then go to www.patreon.com/smackdrawpodcast. Shirts, stickers, advertising, probably other stuff. Give us your money. We'll put you over and tell you how dumb your wrestling opinions are. Exclusive first looks at things. Do it.
Every week, it's just this crazy path you take to get to the one point.
Just gotta let it happen.
Yeah, it's an art form. I gotta feel it.
Would you say on Monday it's an unscripted promo every time? All right. Enough of the corporate BS. Let's talk about Dynamite. Overall,
Let's talk about the other corporate BS.
yeah, honestly. Overall thoughts, feelings of the show.
Holy fuck.
All I needed was the first match and the last match.
I mean, I'm not even saying that the middle was even bad, but I hear what you mean.
No, it wasn't bad in any way, shape, or form, but for what they had set up and what this was supposed to be.
Holy fucking shit.
We need an hour of fucking Kenny and what's his name? Tight
Mox.
Pants. Yeah, I don't
Pants.
whatever his name is.
Titans.
Royal.
We talk about his name's Gene Ambrose to you. How could you forget?
Yeah.
I'm not calling him Mox.
All right,
He's dead to
whatever.
me. Doesn't get the belt.
Well, no, I hear what you mean though, because it was like the beginning of the show was super hot, and the ending was just like that. Oh my fucking god! You
Just don't
know,
understand why they didn't give them an hour. Like why not?
no, I don't know.
I don't run the company. I don't know.
No, I'm
Yeah.
saying this whole thing, Winter is Coming, was about them and like this title shot. Like,
They gave him way more time than they usually do.
yeah,
for
I
the
didn't.
main
I mean,
event.
I'm not complaining about. I mean, I am complaining, but I think that with these two guys and how much they've been riding on this and a year in the making, they should have gave them that whole fucking hour, or at least let it spill over a little bit longer into the 10 o'clock. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah, I hear you. I mean, that's a small gripe to have though.
Right.
After that fucking match, holy
It's
shit!
definitely a small.
I mean, you're
gripe.
not wrong though.
Definitely a small gripe for me.
Because holy shit, I mean, match of the year material. That was so fucking good.
Yeah, by far.
Now, you said first match. Did you mean the Battle Royal or Kazarian versus Jericho?
The Battle Royal. Those
Battle
are
Royal.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
Oh.
We'll get there.
I was just making sure because it was not like a one-on-one or anything, so that's why I was just making sure. Just double check.
Is it not still? Is a Battle Royal still a match?
I mean, it's let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it.
All right, go ahead.
Jesus Christ.
If you want, we can just skip the bullshit and get down to the nitty gritty. Because I mean, it was a typical battle royal. Get the scrubs out first. Give your mid guys their time to shine. Get a little bit of shine on them and show what they can do, and then get down to the meat and potatoes of it.
No. I mean, at a high level, you're totally right. It's exactly what it was, and it made a lot of sense. I mean, like, especially when Miro really started to dominate, that's when the match really started to pick up, and I was like, whew, yeah, I forgot how good he really was, you know.
Right.
And I mean, in AEW, at least, that was definitely his coming out party, as far as I'm concerned. Like, he proved that he's going to be a force. You know, compete maybe for the TNT title. I could totally see that.
And all the shit I talk about Wardlow about how small he really is, but he actually was taller than fucking Miro. He wasn't as big as him or as wide as him, but he was taller than him. So
yeah,
I guess, like I said, even though he is one of the biggest people in there, he actually is a fairly large man.
Yeah, I mean, for large man standards, he might be a little small, but he's not small. He's definitely not small.
For AEW, he's 7 foot tall. Might as well be. That's what
well,
I'm saying.
No, you're right. I mean, they're getting some.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, because I always base it off of like Hager and fucking Brody Lee, and he's like way shorter than them. But then you look at Nero, and you think he's like he's 6'4", like 250, 260. You think he's huge, and then with him face to face, like it gave you a little bit better perspective on how Wardlow really is a fucking monster for real. I mean, you can't say Miro's a monster and not say that he's not. So
right,
definitely put a little bit different perspective on Wardlow and made me feel a little bit better about once they start positioning him to take off and get rid of fucking MJF.
Yeah, no, for sure. But you know, right now he still fits in that bodyguard role perfectly.
Oh, yeah, I think it's perfect for him because he's not quite there in the ring or on the mic. So sitting there learning from fucking MJF for the first couple years of your not of your career, but of your big time career.
Yeah.
Like, besides Jericho, who the fuck else would you be better off learning promos from?
Oh my God. And you're gonna, like, even though you're not doing anything most of the time, you're still on TV constantly.
And that's his not doing anything. He's normally not doing anything in the main event. So
no, that's what I mean.
Yeah.
Like, and then when he does do something, it's really dope, you know.
Right.
So I'm really excited to see what's gonna happen when Wardlow really like you said, breaks off from MJF, because I think he's gonna have a great singles career at some point, you know.
Okay, can I just briefly talk about this since y'all just went on a nice Miro Wardlow rant?
No, don't talk about anything, but we want to.
Okay, so F off. So we started with the Diamond
Perfect.
Battle Royal. It was 20 men. Basically, the final 2 will be considered the winners, and they will have a match next week to determine who's gonna get MJF's diamond ring, basically for the whole year.
I know I talk shit about AEW a lot and the shit that they do, but actually this concept, like, I didn't ever really pay attention to it last year, but like I kind of dig it where they're just all fucking out there and just bum rush the fucking ring at the same time. Like that's actually kind of a dope deal. Like I actually was kind of into that.
Yeah, I like that too.
Yeah, I didn't expect them to do it like that. I also like didn't remember a lot from like the first like diamond ring battle royal thing.
Well, it
but
wasn't a battle royal the first time they did it. Wasn't it a tournament?
was it a tournament?
I'm pretty sure it was a tournament. I don't remember for certain, but I'm almost positive it was a tournament. Maybe somebody in the chat knows.
Oh, good job, Kevin. I have a headache. Stop.
Sorry. I'm excitable tonight.
I
I'm
know
not
you are.
trying
You're
to-
on some different shit today. So
Every day's a different shit day.
we saw a lot of feuds.
So, I'm sorry.
We saw like a lot of feuds and a lot of storylines get played out in this battle royal, like John Silver and Alex Reynolds kind of helping Hangman.
So good.
Dark Order literally saved Hangman at one point from getting eliminated.
So is Brody Lee just like gone?
Brody
He's
Lee's
hurt right
pieced.
now. He's injured.
I mean,
So they're looking for a leader. They're like the fucking minions. They're looking for a new group.
let's get out of here. But you're not wrong. I mean, they have Evil Uno.
No, but yeah, Brody Lee legitimately, he's legitimately injured right now, so that's why he's been off TV and shit.
Yeah, he's been out for a while. You guys talked about Miro and Wardlow having that face off, which I just want that all the time now.
Oh yeah.
I want to see them like really go at it.
And Miro was laying in the fucking Wardlow too, like wrestling is fake and all that, yada yada yada. But they were fucking laying into each other, like even though it was the little mat hits or whatever, but they were giving it to each other. That's what I liked about it. Like,
yeah. The commitment was strong, you know.
Right.
They were making it look more real than it was fake. That's for sure.
Absolutely.
We saw MJF, Wardlow, and Sammy Guevara, the Inner Circle, basically staying to themselves, the 3 of them, the whole match, until the very end when it came down to those 3, Jungle Boy, and Orange Cassidy, who was thrown underneath or pulled underneath the bottom rope by Kip Sabian after he was eliminated.
Before we get there, can we go back to a couple things?
Yeah.
No.
Fuck off, Kevin.
First of all, Matt Hardy and those two young black boys, that should not be a thing. He tried to do the silly string maneuver with fucking Matt's old ass, and his knees gave in, and
that was bad. Yeah.
First, so don't do it with an old man because it ain't gonna work out. And stupid ass fucking Sean Spears loading up whatever the hell he puts in that stupid ass glove. Like he barely even hit Scorpio, and Scorpio act like he got shot in the back of the head or some shit. Fucking JFK'd or some shit. And fucking like, oh my god, it's just the amount of the amount of bullshit that they have that they could eliminate to like make their mid card so much better. Like it's just like, come on, bro. Like it's all there. Like their mid card could be like shit. Most of their mid card guys could probably be stars in other companies for real. And like they're just stuck in this dumb shit. Like Private Party should be what's that new little young tag team, whatever the hell their name is?
Top Flight.
There you go. Yeah.
That's Private Party. Like,
yeah,
they could have that fucking slot. You know what I'm saying? Like, instead of bringing in new tag teams and kicking your old ones down the line, like into meaningless ass feuds and shit, like you have enough players and talent to make a real scene. Like, I don't know, like this battle royal was pretty much like the best and the worst of AEW to me. Like it was, like seriously, like it really was. Like you got to saw all the good things about AEW, the Inner Circle, Miro, Jungle Boy, Orange Cassidy, and then you get to see old ass fucking Matt Hardy almost killing the dude from fucking Private Party. The random black dude in the Nightmare family. Can't ever remember his name.
Lee.
I don't know. Just
Lee
know
Johnson.
Oh, yeah.
Of the Nightmare family, the affirmative action hire. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to see all the worst bits and pieces of this company. Order, like, I don't know.
Okay.
There are some laughably bad things about AEW. I mean, I gotta hand it to you, like, or I gotta give it to you. You know, yeah. I mean, Matt Hardy. What are you still doing?
Well,
literally, like that's all you can say.
Well, what I'm gonna say before I talk about the final 5, if you will, Matt Hardy eliminated Isaiah Cassidy of Private Party, and like they brought it up on commentary.
Yeah.
So that's, I mean, they're obviously not going to be together much longer. Him and Private Party. If they are, that's not going to make any sense. But I digress. When it comes down to MJF, Wardlow, Sammy, and Jungle Boy in the ring, Orange Cassidy's on the outside. Jungle Boy and Sammy have a beautiful interaction on the apron on the outside.
Holy crap.
It was amazing. And they go up to the top. MJF pushes Jungle Boy, but also ultimately pushes Sammy off the turnbuckle and they hit the ground. MJF basically eliminates Jungle Boy and Sammy Guevara, and Sammy already can't stand Max, so...
No, he can't. He fucking hates him.
This leads to some shit later in the night.
If all this shit ends up with them breaking up, the inner circle breaking up, I'm probably gonna I'm cashing out. I'm only gonna watch if Kenny Omega's on AEW. That's gonna be the only part of the recap. I'll come in like the special correspondent.
Jesus.
Just for the one segment. Like, are you guys there? Yeah. Just checking in for the Kenny Omega match. That's it.
This guy. They're not gonna break him up. I can't imagine.
We're gonna talk about it. We're gonna talk about it.
Actually, next.
Let me finish.
Coaster.
Y'all have been talking. Let me just talk real quick.
Don't worry, Mom.
So it comes down to Wardlow, MJF, and Orange Cassidy. Wardlow drags Cassidy in. Cassidy hits an orange punch on both MJF and Wardlow.
He's got a better Superman punch than Roman Reigns. Fight me.
People have said it. People have said it.
It's so good.
Because you don't expect it.
Exactly. And he gets so much height on that jump. It's like, bro. You know, like
he type of finisher matches his character. Like a finisher is not really a fucking finisher, and that shouldn't finish anybody. That is perfect for his character. You know
exactly. Yeah.
It's amazing.
And he just makes it look so fucking nasty too. He's just.
But ultimately, Orange Cassidy ends up eliminating Wardlow. And so next week is going to be MJF, who we knew was going to be in the top 2 because it's his ring, taking on Orange Cassidy. And so at the end, best friends come out, they're celebrating. And then an army of refs try to
people what they want.
Gotta give people what they want. And they did. And there's an army of refs holding back Miro and Kip Sabian because they're all pissed because they got eliminated. Oh, cry about it, whatever. The feud with them and best friends. Miro needs to not be with Kip. I'm just saying.
I'm over that too.
It never made sense.
Oh, I know.
Like, I wouldn't be mad if they brought him in, like, and paired him with somebody like of a higher stature. You know what I'm saying? Like, but like he's literally a bottom feeder in fucking AEW. Like,
yeah.
I know what they were doing too, trying to use some of that Miro rub to help out Kip, but I mean, it's still at the same time like, fuck off.
Yeah, it's just not working. Like, I even got it, like, from the standpoint, like, one of the big things that was going on at the time when Miro debuted with the Twitch stuff and all that like how they were poking fun at WWE. Like I thought that was kind of a, a fun and cool thing to say, but like it only really worked on that level, like it's run its course like already,
Mhm.
Once they smashed it, they got into a fight over an arcade. That's when I was just like, all right, it's gonna be a no for me, dog.
It's a no for me.
I didn't necessarily have a problem with that, but after they had the match, I was over it. I was like, okay, move on,
Let's move on to Frankie Kazarian taking on Chris Jericho for the first time ever. Again, another first time for Jericho. Last week it was against Christopher Daniels.
Which is hard to believe, but I guess now that you think about it, neither one of them were like anywhere near WCW, so I guess that makes sense. But I mean, it's just hard finding somebody that's Jericho's age that he hasn't fucking fought. So
right.
Yeah, I mean, Kazarian's like I think they said like 22-year vet, which
yeah,
isn't surprising.
They're both like 40.
Been in the business almost as long as Jericho.
Yeah.
All right.
So
And no one else he looks like John C. Riley, shake and bake. I'm the only person that thinks that. Like every time I see him, that's all I think about.
Shake and bake. I love that movie, man. I love that fucking movie
too. But I just think that Kazarian looks like John C. Riley.
I mean, you're not wrong. That's what I'm trying to say.
I mean, I tell you guys every week, you need to watch Being the Elite because Kazarian on Being the Elite is so funny. I'm telling you, you need to. You're not going to listen to me regardless. Kevin has too many video games to play.
No, I used
Cyberpunk
to watch.
comes out next week.
Shut
like
up.
when I was like at work, lunch break was catch up on YouTube, like Being the Elite and shit. Like before AEW was a thing, I just kind of like that time slot that I had to like dick around and watch stupid shit on YouTube. I don't really have anymore now that I work from home.
No, I get it. I get it. If you have downtime ever, just check out
too many video games to play.
Shut up, Kevin.
So Cyberpunk comes out next week.
So Kazarian and Jericho have a good match. Hager tries to get involved. Ortiz also tries to interfere. The only person missing from Inner Circle this week was Santana, and I'm very confused as to why.
Yeah, that didn't make any sense.
Jericho looked old as fuck in this match. I'm not gonna be the only one.
Oh, dude, I gotta tell you, the last couple times he's been in a match, I've been like, I don't know, Jericho. I'm like, I love you, man. Like, but
it's not like that. Like Cass is athletic as shit too for his age, but I mean, like, he just looked like he was 10 fucking notches ahead of Jericho as far as like the speed and his pace and everything. Like everything Jericho did just looked like
it looked slow,
old and slow. Yeah.
It wasn't even sloppy or anything like that. It was just slow.
But his style, he needs to switch up his style. Like, he can't be that Chris Jericho style anymore. He needs to be like a brawler or some shit. Because that like cool / high flying shit, like that shit just looked like
it doesn't even look believable anymore.
No,
his, like the way his body looks and stuff.
They're like counting, like, all right, let's go, jump off the rope. You know what I'm saying? Like it was like,
yeah. And I love Jericho too, man. Like just as much as the next guy, but like I've been thinking that for a minute,
Yeah, I mean, he definitely needs to like switch something up. I mean, it wasn't like a bad match, like you guys were saying. He was just slower than usual, which kind of threw it off even just like a slight inch. But I mean, at one point towards like the end of the match, Kazarian has Jericho in the walls of Jericho, and MJF's bitch ass and Wardlow come out with a towel, acting like he's about to throw it in. Sammy Guevara comes out, grabs the towel from MJF's hands. He's like, no, like, we're not playing that. While that's happening on the outside, Jericho ends up breaking, or gets a rope break, and then he ends up hitting the Judas effect and wins, and Jericho sees Sammy holding the towel, thinking Sammy was going to try and throw the match for Jericho, and that leads to a shoving match between Wardlow and Hager.
Like that, like Sammy looked like he was really about to like legit beat the shit out of MJF. Like that looked real as shit.
He was pissed. He was pissed.
I mean, there was the shoving between Sammy Ortiz pushing against MJF, Wardlow pushing against Hager, which that's another face-off I kind of want to see because they've been
Oh my
glaring at
God.
each other for months.
They're going to beat the living fuck out of each other, and it's going to be great.
Well,
I'm not even a Hager fan. Like, I don't even like the dude that much. But, like, that is a match I would love to see. I totally agree.
Jericho gives the entire Inner Circle 7 days. He gives him a week. And he's like, either we're going to work together, all of us as a team, or the Inner Circle breaks up forever.
I love how melodramatic it is, to be honest with you. Like, it feels like I'm watching, like, a teen drama or some shit, like boyfriend and girlfriend are like breaking up or something. Like, you didn't come to my soccer game last night, you know? Like, but like that's why I was into it, because it was like really campy. Yeah,
that's because their comedic timing and everything's so good. Literally everyone in the Inner Circle, like their timing and shit is just fucking phenomenal. I don't know. Like I said, I never was into this because I knew it was going to end up being a like breakup angle, some sort of control for the Inner Circle. It's going to be some bullshit that pops off, which we could have just got a fucking full ass match versus these two and got it out the way. But I'm sure Jericho's going to put over MJF, whatever the fuck happens.
Oh yeah,
for sure.
Yeah, I mean that's gotta be why this is going on.
That's the only reason I can think of, honestly.
I gotta think they're trying to put Sammy over a little too with all this stuff.
I think Sammy's going to be the springboard to Jericho. I think it's going to start off them two feuding. He beats the fuck out of Sammy or does something super fucked up to Sammy, and Jericho steps up to fucking, like, you know what I'm saying, get his back, get his revenge because they completely destroyed Sammy. Yeah. What else has Sammy done but kill himself? So that would be perfect for fucking Wardlow and fucking MJF to do some shit, push him off the top of something, fuck him up real bad for Jericho to fucking have to step up and like.
No, well, I mean, MJF has done shit like that in the past. I mean, the angle where, you know, he was hiring Butcher and the Blade to fuck whoever up. So like that's not out of character for him. You know, I can totally see that happen.
Yeah.
I don't know. All I know is that Max is a little scumbag. So
no, he's not.
Yes, he is.
Nope. He's fucking awesome.
You're wrong, but we're just gonna continue.
Fax machine.
Facts of life.
So the Young Bucks have an interview backstage. Next week they have a match with TH2 or the Hybrid 2, whichever you prefer to call them, because they keep TH2 keeps getting involved with the Young Bucks and Top Flight and all that. And Matt says, well, if TH2 beats us next week, then they'll get a shot at the titles. And then the Acclaimed come out, which I think, I could be very wrong, I think these are the sons of Devon Dudley.
I think they are. I've seen that somewhere else. I'm not gonna. I wouldn't put my stamp on it because I don't watch enough of AEW shit to.
Yeah, I'm gonna say possibly because I remember seeing something about them. I thought being with AEW right now.
I'll take your word for it. I have no idea.
Well, I really wouldn't because I'm not 100% sure.
Well, then quit lying.
I said might be.
Are you always lying?
Thank you. That is exactly where my fucking mind went to.
So they come over to Matt and Nick, and they're basically rapping about the cover of their book, Killing the Business, like their new book they come out.
He was spitting, bro. I was like, oh, shit.
Yeah.
And the World Star when they got their ass kicked. That was
I popped for the World Star, man. That shit was dope.
So
after to Matt, the Bucks, like in their I don't know what their infatuation is with little young black boys, but I'm here for it.
Oh my god.
You almost make it sound kind of creepy.
What? They're giving these African American young men a shot, man. I'm into that. It's more than WWE does, for sure. You got to shuck and jive there to get a job.
Facts.
I'm not. Yeah, I mean,
So after he's done spin fire about the Bucks book, he's like one of them's like turn around. I don't know their names. I literally just know them as the Acclaimed. I don't watch Dark, so I have no idea who they are.
Oh, AEW doesn't watch Dark, huh?
I don't watch
I
it
have
either.
said it on numerous occasions that I am not caught up on Dark in any way, shape, or form. So
I watch it
get out
once
of
in
my
a great
face.
while, honestly.
When
Like
they
if
told
I
him to
see,
turn around, I thought they were gonna attack him. Honestly, like I was like, what
So
the
did
hell is this?
I.
yeah,
Like it's never worked out where somebody really was behind,
Yeah.
and it actually this time they got us.
Surprise. TH2 is actually behind them. They attack Matt and Nick. They throw Nick into some crate thing. And then it looks like Angelica's about to do some kind of knee submission to Matt because we know Matt's actually hurt. And SCU, so Kazarian and CD, Christopher Daniels, come out and save him. And I think,
Why?
I mean, well, they're
Yeah, that
friends
was
in
kinda
they're
strange.
friends in real life.
maybe that's all it was. I mean,
I
I don't
think-
know.
Everybody in the fucking promotion is their friend in real life. That's how they got there. Either related to him or friends in real life. I mean, I need something a little bit more concrete. Kayfabe.
I'm just saying what I know.
But
I
that's
don't
what
know.
the whole promotion is. They gave their friends and family jobs. That's what AEW is.
I mean, that's kind of true.
I mean,
You're not wrong. Not that it's bad necessarily.
no,
I
I'm
don't
not,
have a
I'm not
problem
hating
with
that
it.
at all.
But
I do the same. Who doesn't want to work with their fucking best friends and family? I'm not saying that at all. I'm just
No.
saying that's not really a good enough reason for randomly after a year and a half of being in business that SCU comes out and helps the Bucks when they're getting their ass kicked.
No, I hear you. I'm just.
Well, did we miss something on Dark? Because 9 times out of 10, when something like this happens, that's
That's kind of true
it's
too.
something on Dark that we fucking missed. Because none of us watch Dark.
I watch it once in a great while because sometimes there's like a
Let's
cool.
stop. That's not that. Just stop. Once in a great while is not enough to give us any
watch it once in a while though.
any type of context. Any of these ridiculous ass B storylines they have going on.
Nah, it's not that.
I mean,
great,
Brandon
honestly.
Cutler got his first win on Dark in
That's true.
AEW, so that was kind of cool to watch.
Peter Avalon did too, didn't he?
So did Leva Bates. All of them
No,
got
that's-
wins after they split. So that's kind of cool.
Oh my god, that tag team they had called the Initiative, and they're out there rolling 20-sided dice and shit. That was dope because I played the shit out of D&D when I was in high school.
Is Brandon Cutler in that one of the Bucks' best friends too? The
Yeah.
bald-headed guy.
Mhm.
See, that's what I said. We gotta.
Well,
watch
he
Dark.
was a wrestler a long time ago, and then he
Yeah.
stopped for a long time and was kind of just helping them with like being the elite and stuff like that. And then
They gave him a job.
they did give him a job. Well, I know his wife also designed some of the Bucks gear too.
Yeah, that's what I thought. All of it was. I thought it was like their wives were like the creative part behind all their merch and
That's
gear.
actually kind of cool. I like that.
Yeah. Where are we next? Oh yeah. We got Dr. Britt Baker, DMD, taking on legit Leela Hirsch, who is so tiny.
Holy
Taking
crap!
a snicker.
Stop.
What?
I mean, she is about 2 feet tall.
She's
Like,
4'10".
Is that really how tall she is?
I
Legitimately,
think she's like 4'10", 4'11", like legit.
she like Britt Baker was way taller than she was, and
Yeah.
I mean, like Britt Baker isn't like a huge woman either, you know.
Not at all.
But like,
This
she
match
looked
went
like
on-
a fucking giant.
Yeah, this match went on entirely too long.
Yeah, I agree.
I didn't
Like
expect.
I know we're always talking shit about the women and stuff, but this wasn't an established woman, and it's kind of a sloppy match. Like this match just went on way too fucking long.
Yeah,
mean-
I agree.
Like it.
I love Britt Baker too. Don't you know? Like her, shit is so funny. Like, I mean, most improved wrestler of the year, probably.
What were
You
you saying?
know?
Let the woman get a opinion on this, so we don't sound like assholes.
Before I do, Loyalty J says, "We're his favorite people," and Kevin. Just wanted to throw that out
dude?
there. No, I mean, Britt. I mean, this match set up a feud for Britt after the fact. So
Yeah.
I don't think it had to be as long as it was, like 100%. It did go on a little too long.
That's the part about it that was like pissed me off. It wasn't so much that the match went too long, but like to do what it needed to do, this could have been a 5-minute match and kept it fucking.
I didn't expect it to go on as long as it did. I mean, I wasn't
I
wasn't
either.
super mad at it. Like it gave Leela a chance to shine because her submissions are great. Like,
Yeah, holy shit. I was impressed by that, honestly.
I mean, it was all right.
Listen, this guy just hates fun.
This guy over here.
She did like 55 fucking arm bars. I mean, but other than that, I mean, she did.
That's 55 more arm bars than you can do.
Oh my god. So, anyways, at one point Leela goes for a dive and Britt pulls Rebel in front of her, so Rebel eats the dive. I like that it says Rebel, not Reba, on like the nameplate now.
I know. And like Shivani's still messing her name up all the time on commentary.
Like 15 times.
Yeah.
I gotta think that's intentional though. Because it's hilarious.
I'm sorry. I don't think those old fucks. I don't think it is.
Well, if it's not, it's comedy gold either way.
Right. That's the best part of it.
Regardless, Leela ends up going up top towards the end of the match, and Rebel gets on the apron, distracting the ref, giving Britt the opportunity to hit the twisting neck breaker and then go straight into the lockjaw for the win.
That pissed me off too. Like, this chick is obviously a fucking. They have not stopped bringing up her wrestling background and everything. What the fuck does she need to go to the top rope for? Are you gonna think?
Yeah, that was kind of dumb.
Distractor. Like, I was like, come on.
Yeah,
I don't know, but as soon as like 3 is like slapped to the mat, Thunder Rosa comes out of nowhere and starts whooping Baker's ass. Like,
that was cool.
Legit, these two start going at it. Refs come out, start separating them. Rebel gets in Thunder Rosa's face, starts swinging a little bit. Leela hits Rebel with a suplex. Like, it's...
This suplex cool. That she hit on Rebel though, that was a nasty ass Saito suplex. That shit was dope.
Yeah, that was good. Especially with how short she is, man. Jesus Christ.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I love that we're gonna see Baker taking on Rosa.
Oh, 100%.
Like, that's what I'm most looking forward to about this. I mean,
oh yeah,
we'll probably end up getting like
story,
some weird tag team match of Baker and Rebel taking on Hirsch and Rosa if I was to guess. But I don't know. Next up we got the TNT champion Darby Allin teaming with Cody Rhodes, taking on Hobbs. I'm not calling him Powerhouse Hobbs. Like, I'm refusing.
Say his name right. It's Powerhouse Hobbs.
It's stupid.
Tell her.
Kevin, you shut your
stupid
mouth.
I like the willpower on his trunks. It said Willpower Hobbs. I think that's fucking.
That's way cooler than just Will Hobbs or Powerhouse Hobbs. Honestly.
Just call him Hobbs. Like, I don't. Powerhouse is not needed. We know that guy's strong as hell. We can see that.
Yeah, speaking of AEW having big guys, I would say he's the first like real legit big guy. Him and like maybe Brian Cage too, but like holy shit.
They're both the same size. They're both like 6'2", 6'3". They're not really like.
Wow, they look scary.
Yeah, they're fucking wide as all hell, but none of them are tall. You know what I'm saying?
Well, Jesus, I mean, Keith Lee ain't that tall, man.
Yeah, he's about their same height. He's just 350 fucking pounds.
No, he's a lot more round than they are. I hear you there.
All of them.
Is he that much bigger?
Yeah, those dudes are like 240, 250. Keith Lee's legit 300.
No, I know he's definitely over 300. I know that. I just thought those dudes were a little bigger. I didn't think they were quite as big as Keith Lee. Don't get me wrong, but I thought they were like in the 280, 290 range. Honestly.
I don't know.
I'm a big fucking boy. He might be.
I don't know. Someone in the chat, look it up. AKA Jay, look it up real quick. for us. Look up Keith Lee's weight. Who else you say? Hobbs and Cage?
Powerhouse Hobbs.
Hobbs and Cage.
Willpower Hobbs.
Thank you. So we see pretty good teamwork by Cody and Darby. I mean, not super surprising. Like, I'm pretty sure they've tagged before. Like, I'm not super surprised by that.
They tagged before against Team Taz, except for it was Starks and Cage, wasn't it? Like only a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, and it was like around the when he first came back from injury, wasn't it?
Yeah.
See, there we go. Obviously Darby's like 100 pounds soaking wet, so Hobbs ragdolls the shit out of him.
Oh my god.
Tosses the poor boy around. Okay, I'm sorry. Kyle may also know. Jesus.
Well, then tell us, Kyle.
Keith Lee is 340 pounds.
Mm-hmm.
I'm waiting for more information. While I get more information, I'll keep talking about the match.
Breaking news: Keith Lee is 340.
Did you guys count how many times Hobbs either flipped off Cody or did this to Cody? It was like at least 5.
Oh, it was gratuitous at a point.
It was excessive.
Oh, Will Hobbs is 270.
Thank
Okay.
you.
So he's not, I mean, he's not as big as Keith Lee, but he's legit big. Like
Cody ends up getting the hot tag after Darby is beaten down for what feels like 20 minutes. Poor Darby. Cody ends up hitting a Cody cutter, which leads into a coffin drop for the win. Hobbs starts attacking Darby. Arn Anderson walks up in the ring, starts swinging on Hobbs.
I was just like, you go, Arn Anderson. I was
like, don't hurt that's somebody's grandfather. Just chill.
No, I hear you, but like, hey, man. I don't know. I was just like, hey, man, you. The
thing that killed me too is when Dustin comes in. He's like 2 years younger than fucking Arn.
I know, right?
Like, get these granddads out of here.
Get these granddads out of here. Yeah, so Arn starts throwing hands at Hobbs. Hobbs and Stark start beating up Arn. Dustin comes out. Brian Cage comes out, starts whooping on everyone. And then Cage and Starks are holding Cody, and Taz is in the ring, and he's telling Hobbs, like, hit him with the FTW title. And the lights go out. We see a nice winter-esque video playing on the Tron. And fucking Sting,
of all people,
walks out. I screamed.
RN hates it.
RN's pissed.
I popped too, because I was like, Jesus, I didn't think this dude was ever gonna wrestle again. You know.
RN, explain your feelings about how you hate fun.
Yeah, no shit, because everybody liked this.
Literally everybody I've talked to liked it, and liked especially the stare down.
Oh my god.
Yeah, the Darby part was dope because we've all said it. I even said it. The Sting vibes from Darby being up in the Raptors and shit like that shit was dope. It was. Yeah. But he didn't hit anybody with the fucking bat. He didn't save them from ass kicked.
There was no murder.
There was literally nothing that he did. That was a waste of fucking time. You could have did that next week or saved it for something. You know what I'm saying? Like, he came out in the snow, and let's be honest, he's probably gonna fucking end up dying and killing himself because WWE wouldn't let him fucking do a match. So he signed with AEW because they probably are. He's probably gonna end up fucking dying in the ring, bro. Like, I don't want to see Sting die in the ring.
I don't want to see that either, but
nobody wants to see that.
Did you see him getting in the ropes? It took him like 10 minutes to get through the fucking ropes.
I mean, whatever.
This is nostalgia shit. Like, leave these old fuckers where they belong in the past. Leave them there. They just signed this old man to a fucking substantial yearly
multi-year contract.
Multi-year contract. What the fuck is Sting gonna do in the ring with all these guys?
Did it say he was gonna be a competitor?
No. It didn't say he was.
Facts.
We don't know what he'll be. We don't know if he'll actually compete.
What's the over-under on at least 5 matches for Sting in AEW?
I don't No.
Want to bet a T-shirt on it? Want to bet AEW? Because I guarantee.
No, he's gonna have some matches. You're
gonna
absolutely
have
right.
a match. Like he's getting matches. We know damn well he's gonna have at least one. I'm not saying he's not gonna wrestle.
You just said that. You said, did it say he was a performer? What do you mean?
Like he'll have like a one-off probably, if anything.
Walking the line, Johnny Cash, fucking pick a side. Where are you going with this? Is he either a performer or is he gonna be a man?
Jesus, this is like the inner circle ultimatum.
It's the same. It's just like stop. Every time AEW, like it's every time they're like, all right, I can get on board with this. To finally, you know what I'm saying? Like it's still not my cup of tea, but all right, I can kind of get behind this. And then they go and pull some shit like this.
You are literally the only person on the planet that didn't like that.
Yeah, I know, because y'all are all fucking stands. Get the fuck out of here. If WWE had did some shit like this, everybody on the internet would be bitching.
I mean,
I don't know if they would or not. They certainly didn't when Edge came back.
That's why Sting's gone. Because he could die at any time in the fucking ring. He could trip and fall, hit his head, and die in the ring. That's why he's no longer with WWE.
Calm down.
Yeah, you're so aggressive.
You're the only one that didn't like it.
Holy shit.
I have no problem being the cheese that stands alone.
I'm just saying, like, I don't know, maybe people would be pissed about it if WWE did it. But it was dope tonight. I popped like a motherfucker.
Like, I popped too. Like, don't get it twisted, right? Like, 90% of it was ass, but the Darby stare down part was
Jesus.
Dope. It was dope, and how he was looking back and forth at his face paint shit. Like, you biting my style, kid. You want to maybe go get some dinner after this? Like, it was magnetic. I mean,
oh my god.
RN, Kyle needs to see you in his office after the show.
What?
Kyle needs to see you in his office after the show.
It was
intimate.
Mute RN. It was intimate. It was
oh my god. How the fuck do I mute you? Shut your mouth.
RN is fully aroused.
I mean, I wasn't, but it looked like they were.
I'm gonna throw up. Anyways, so next week. I hate both of you.
This went off the rails.
I legitimately hate both of you. I need that HR department today. Next week we get the final of the Dynamite Diamond Battle Royal thing. I don't know what they're calling it. We get MJF taking on Orange Cassidy. We get the Young Bucks taking on TH2. We get Dustin Rhodes taking on number 10 of the Dark Order. We get the Inner Circle ultimatum. Basically, are they going to break up or not? Probably, because Max is a piece of shit. We get FTR taking on the Varsity Blondes, which is
dopest name ever.
Brian Pillman Jr. and Griff Garrison, aka who the fuck is Griff Garrison?
I was going to ask you guys, and anybody was like, "Is that somebody I missed?" Or
he's been on Dark. I've told you, I watch Dark once in a while.
He's also on Being the Elite, and it was very entertaining. Because they thought because he looks like Jungle Boy, so they kept thinking he was Jungle Boy. So who the fuck is Griff Garrison became a running gag. We also get Abaddon in action after she basically licked blood on the title last week. We also get
Can't wait.
What?
Can't wait for the Abaddon.
Oh, I thought you said, "Oh wait," and I thought something happened.
Oh no, I'm fine.
We also get Lance Archer teaming with the Lucha Bros, taking on Eddie Kingston, Butcher, and The Blade. And we get Sting speaking about why he's in AEW. So RN's going to be mad at all next week because Dustin Rhodes is in action, Butcher and The Blade are in action, and Sting is talking. So RN's going to be pissed.
I love it already.
Look at his face. He's mad.
I skipped that episode.
You know what? You do you, man. It's if you want to skip it, it's fine. I won't be mad. You have every right to.
I just don't understand how those shitty people could be on a show and everybody not even really talking about you guys, even though you guys are fucking Tears Don't Wonder Why stands too. But like literally the internet will literally cream their jeans over the Butcher and the Blade and over Sting talking. They will blow loads all over their pants and say, "I can't believe you guys don't like this over WWE."
Time out.
Like I think they're all shit. Like,
Time the fuck out immediately. I have never said I like Butcher and Blade. So you can cut that off immediately.
well, first of all,
I said I liked him.
even talking about.
Kevin is the only one who has wholeheartedly stand Butcher and Blade that I know of.
I literally prefaced that rant before I started. Said not even talking about you guys, talking about people on the internet. So there's your first. Take that finger back.
I swear to God, me and you.
I want it. I want the finger.
That's what she
There
I
it
have
said.
the finger.
All right.
Rails.
Sheeta has an interview backstage, basically saying how she's not afraid of Abaddon. She's just a girl in a zombie cosplay. And then we hear like some metal clanging in the background, and Sheeta looks fucking petrified. And then
Yeah.
That was actually kind of dope.
and then she kind of just gets scared and pieces, and they literally end it with like, "Oh, she says she's not afraid of Abaddon," which is some bullshit.
know.
Clearly, she is.
That was so funny.
Can we do
I
this again?
love
He's
that.
like, no, we're live. What are you talking about?
I know.
Thanks.
So good.
I mean, we don't
Sheeta's-
even. What?
Sheeta's showing a character like some sort of actual like, you know what I'm saying, like chops, and not just being the
Yep.
Asian chick that can't speak English.
Yeah. No, for real, because like it's easy like to pigeonhole the Asian chicks into that, honestly. Like look at how often that happens in America, you know. Yeah, I mean I'm into it. Because it I mean, Sheeta's been built so this, you know, she's so like her in ring obviously speaks for itself. Like she is easily like in ring the best woman probably on the AEW roster. Like I don't think there's much of an argument there.
No.
But she had like that's all she's been. You know what I mean?
We
And
don't
that's
know who the
enough.
Character. Like we literally don't
Yeah.
know who or what the fuck Sheeta is. Like we know
Yeah.
she the bomb fucking.com in the ring, and fucking her style matches up with anybody. She can have a halfway decent match with most of the crap wrestlers they roll out there with her. But like that's it. That's all we know.
Yeah, well, and for right now, I feel like that's enough. But like pairing her up with Abaddon like that, oh, because you know, it just with cracks in that armor and stuff, it felt really cool, like you were saying, you know, that it's
showing us some character, showing us,
Mhm.
giving us a glimpse of something different, and showing us that she can actually carry that fucking title and actually be whatever they need her to be. Because to me, that's the mark of a champion. Like Johnny Gargano and all them, like even though they're not actual champions, that's the mark of your top guy. Where if you can put or woman, they can be whatever the fuck you need them to be in a bind. So if you need them to be vulnerable, they can be. If you need to be a heel, they can be. If you need to be white meat babyface, they can be. That to me is the mark of a top guy or woman. That's it. You know what I'm saying? So like, this is what I want to see. I want to see her do something else besides just being an ass kicker, saying nothing.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Absolutely. No, and then the nice thing about dudes like Johnny Gargano, I wanted to make this point about Cody Rhodes one. He doesn't even have the title anymore. Like, you know, to your point, but he's still putting over the fucking mid-card division, you know? Right. Like, Jesus Christ, man.
Yeah, I was just letting you guys talk. So before we get to
now you can talk.
The main event, they show us a Mox promo from earlier in the night or earlier in the day, whatever. Basically just saying like this collision course with Omega has been set in stone for a while, and like the stakes can get higher, and basically what he's been saying since we found out he's going to face Omega. So that's not even like super important. What's important is this main event and the effects that the main event has after this. So it is the AEW World Championship match. So it's Jon Moxley, our champ, taking on Kenny Omega. With Don Callis, who was there for Kenny vs. Hangman at Full Gear.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Full Gear.
Yep.
So obviously, for people who don't know, he's an EVP of Impact. So he was on commentary again. The best word to describe this match: brutal.
Poetry. This shit was so good.
RN, one word to describe this match.
Elite.
Wow, crazy.
I mean, match of the year candidate that we saw on fucking TV, not even on a pay-per-view. Like, Jesus Christ, man.
Just imagine if they gave him more than fucking 24 minutes.
Right?
I was still, well, we found out like right as the match was starting that if this match, they were getting a 60-minute time limit, and if this match were to exceed 10 o'clock, they would still air the match on TV. Which I was like, oh shit, cool. So we're getting like 45 minutes.
They went over what, 2 minutes?
Yeah, I thought they'd go over at least 5 minutes, honestly.
I thought they were going over at least a little longer.
But yeah, they oversold the shit out of that.
They did.
Yeah, that was fucking.
So the amount of V triggers thrown in this match, astronomical. They have at one point they just have a slugfest sitting in chairs in the middle of the ring.
That was my favorite part of the whole fucking match. That was so brutal.
Like,
the end of the match was my favorite part.
Wow.
Oh yeah, I'll get there in 1 second.
Of course, it just
No, I'm talking about the in-ring part, not the shit that happened after. Like,
yeah,
fair enough.
You shut your mouth about that stuff.
That's what I said. I wasn't even talking about. I was talking about the actual in-ring part. All that other shit you're talking about was all fine and dandy, but those fucking last 6 V triggers at the fucking end, every single one of those looked like he need that man in the fucking head.
Well, so where is it?
Hold
on. I gotta skim my notes to find where that is. I know it's towards the bottom. So,
oh my God.
Before
the chops.
Well,
too.
Yeah, Kenny chopping the shit out of Mox, and Mox just walks out of it and like face to face, badass.
I was wincing.
So was I
from those fucking chops, man. Like Mox's chest was on. He had to have had like bruises and like abrasions. Like he must like road rash from Kenny Omega chops.
Probably.
Basically, that shit looked nasty.
Fucking minute is this is it to me. Like, I know I hate on Mox a lot, but like, to me, I think he's better chasing anyway than being the guy.
Yeah.
Like, and I don't think he needs the title. Like, to me, he's by far probably their biggest star right now, and has been since he fucking debuted there. So it's like, he doesn't need the title to be who he is, the crazy Gene Ambrose. You know what I'm saying? Like, he doesn't need to hold up the title to do that.
No, I hear you. But I'm glad he had it, because I think that established him as that guy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, I mean, like I said, I give him shit about not making Omega their first champ and all that, but like, I would not have been mad if it was Omega first and then Jon Moxley took it from him, because like, at the time he was the hottest fucking free agent in the world. So like, how could you not scoop him up and throw the fucking title on him immediately? Like, as much as I dislike the guy, like, heat is heat, and he came in fucking hot. So like, you have to take advantage of that and ride that out. So like, I would have never gave him shit for that, like I said, despite my personal feelings for him. But
right.
Like, this type of match is the match that is his sweet spot, where he gets to take a bunch of fucking damage and sell the shit that he really wants to do. And we used to give shit to the WWE guys about, like, no, kick my fucking ass, hit me with, drop me on that, punch me in the fucking eye. I don't give a shit. Like, I want to make this look like it's a fucking fight. So like, these type of matches, especially with a performer like Kenny, who's so spot on with his strikes and shit and everything, like, these two are fucking match made in heaven.
Oh yeah.
Like their personalities and their styles. Because even though Kenny's technical, he's still a fucking striker. And like, those fucking V triggers at the end, I'm sorry, like,
yeah.
Okay.
Like, that shit really looked like he was fucking him up.
So let's get to that. So they get to the outside. Mox hits a paradigm shift into the heater on
Jesus
the outside.
fucking Christ.
After the match, you could see Kenny's eye. Because, like, the side of his face just hits the heater.
It really did? See, I thought that was just fucking kayfabe. I didn't know, like, I didn't pay attention to it.
No,
Well, no, I thought it was real, like, for a second. I mean, I think he really got dropped on his head, but I think he was okay, like, to continue. You know what I'm saying? But, like, I think Moxley botched it a little on that one.
Yeah, I mean, doing the paradigm shift into something is probably very difficult as opposed to just hitting the mat or the ground.
Right.
So he did it.
He essentially turned into a suplex into the fucking.
Yeah. I mean, so he does it into the heater, and Kenny kind of also lands like on the cement, like after he kind of hits his face. So, the ref immediately calls for the doc to come over and check on him. And Don Callis gets up from commentary because they're family or whatever.
Yeah.
And Mox is like, nah, like, fuck this. He rips the refs away from Kenny. He throws Kenny back in the ring. And at this point, the ref is still checking on Kenny. And Don Callis gets up on the apron, like, on the ramp, like, he grabs a mic, and he's like, Kenny's hurt. Whatever. Mox.
Well, for a minute, I was like, holy shit, is he really hurt? And they're fucking things up. I was like,
yeah, no, you know, that's what I was thinking too for a little bit. But then I also started thinking, like, what the fuck are they doing? Like, Kenny's clearly going to be a heel. Like, why are they doing Mox, giving him fucking, like, babyface heat? You know what I'm saying? Like, him fucking up. Like, I was like, how are they doing a double turn back the other way? Like, fucking Kenny's going back to being a. Like, it made no fucking sense until what happened.
Well,
until Mox, Mox
kind
of just like punches Don Callis. Don Callis explodes into a flower, as Kyle says.
He really did.
The mic he was holding ends up in Kenny's hands. Kenny spikes it on Mox's head. Mox is busted open, pulls down his knee pad, hits 4 V-triggers in a row, hits the one-winged angel, and no one has kicked out of the one-winged angel, they say, but I think like 1 or 2 people have, but that's neither here nor there. And Kenny becomes the new AEW World Champion.
I just want to say one thing.
What's up?
That motherfucker took 19 knees to the head and never busted open. But you gonna tell me a microphone split him to the white meat like that? You know, that's what I hate about wrestling. Like, the moves that really are killer moves, like kneeing someone in their fucking head. People literally die and get knocked out in UFC from knees to the fucking head. Yep. Nothing happens. Hit somebody with a microphone, split them to the white meat. Like, what the?
Split into the white meat.
Oh my god! But yes, so awesome. we see the Kenny heel turn. I'm putting it in quotes because he hit Mox with a mic after they had a gentleman's agreement, because Kenny was like, no garbage wrestling, no hard, whatever stuff. The real story here is Don Callis gets up, grabs Kenny, drags him through the tunnel. They walk past Tony Khan backstage, who's rightfully kind of like annoyed at like what the fuck just happened. They walk past everyone backstage they're all shouting, what are you doing? What's going on? Kenny is like, can barely stand. Don Callis is basically dragging him, and they're speed walking like the old ladies in the mall.
His goddamn eye was like almost swollen shut. For Christ's sake.
So they get out to the parking lot, and I think it was Marvez is like, Kenny, like what happened? Like, what are you doing? Don Callis basically throws Kenny in the car.
Literally fucking chucked him in the car.
Literally chucked him in the car and was like, Tuesday on Impact, you get your explanation from me and Kenny.
Oh, dude.
No, first he said Tuesday. You'll find out Tuesday. He's like, what are you talking about? Impact's on Wednesday. Then that's when he said,
no. Dynamite's on Wednesday. Yeah. Impact, you get your explanation. So, we basically just saw a screw job in 2020.
Dude, so fucking awesome. Like, so fucking awesome. I'm so all about it. I
do this thing shit, and then they do this and totally redeem themselves.
You're the
Shit
only
was
one that didn't
fucking
like
dope.
Sting.
Enough about Sting. But like after that happened, I sat there with like I was just like, I don't have words right now. Like this
Right?
just happened.
Dude, no, I hear you because I was like, wait a minute. Did I really just see that right? Is that really, you know what I mean?
I am the only member of Smack Raw that watches TNA, so fuck you guys.
Listen.
I mean, honestly, I thought a multitude of things were gonna happen during or after this match. I thought some shady shit was gonna go down, so the match wouldn't continue, so they'd have to do it again at Revolution.
That's
Right.
exactly what I thought was going to happen. So
I
this was
thought-
like,
We literally called that. We all said that.
yeah.
What, last week or the week before? Like we literally all said.
I thought Kenta from New Japan was gonna come out and fuck Mox up because Mox is still the like U.S. champ in New Japan.
Oh yeah, he is, isn't he? I keep forgetting about that.
What?
I didn't know he was still the U.S. champ. I thought they took it off of him.
I think I might be wrong.
Maybe
they
taken it
have,
off of him,
but I know
Pretty
Kenta's been throwing Mox's name around a lot. And a
Well,
lot of
yeah.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I was gonna say, well, a lot of like, I mean, it was probably just him teasing, but Kenta put like Happy Wednesday and like the little Dynamite emoji today. But I know a lot of people think he's the one who attacked Mox a few weeks ago.
Yeah.
So, but what were you gonna say, Ryan?
Oh, go ahead.
My thing is that Don Callis is one of the new executives, pretty much the head booker at TNA, right?
Impact, yeah.
Impact. Kenny Omega is an executive vice president at AEW.
Yeah.
They're lifelong friends. And all AEW is about is fucking with your friends, putting your buddies on, sharing the wealth. So why did anybody not see this fucking coming eventually?
I don't know. I mean, you got a good point, you know, like I
As soon as I
know.
see Don Callis should show up the first time, like I didn't think it'd be like a storyline involving like the title and all that shit, but I thought it was gonna be like a talent exchange, like it is with NWA.
Yeah.
Maybe
Yeah.
like
I think that's what a lot of people thought.
No,
Like,
I
we were
totally
gonna get a
thought that
working
too.
relationship between AEW and Impact.
Right.
But not this.
Yeah, I didn't think it was going to be this crazy.
Oh,
Not
for
even in
sure.
a million years.
This is bonkers.
Yeah.
Shit's bananas. Like
This is bonkers.
It's Don Callis as fuck for real. Like I'm being honest. Like I love Don Callis. I love his booking style. It's like old school. It's like a little bit of old school shit with a little bit of Vince Russo in it. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not too over the top, but every once in a while, like some shit like this. Like I'm like this has Don Callis written all over. Like you know, when you're watching Raw shit and SmackDown. Sometimes you're like, this smells like fucking Paul Heyman.
yeah.
Like you know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
to me, this is the most Don Callis shit I've ever seen in my entire fucking life. And the fact that AEW is down with it and signed off on it lets you know that these guys are not just fucking figureheads. They really are executive vice president, some sort of pool within this company. Because like I said, how else would you get these two fucking entities in the same fucking room like that? It's because the executive presidents are fucking best friends.
That's awesome, though. I love it, man. I love
I'm
it.
not hating on it at all. I'm fucking into it.
Because this is so like old school, like awesome
Territory shit.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I really loved about it. I was like, this is so pro wrestling, you know?
Right. And my thing is too, like, remember we had the shit me bitching about AEW being different. This is how they can be different. Have a territory system set up.
Yeah.
Like have a working relationship. There's still ROH out there. There's a bunch of smaller organizations out there where you can do so. And it doesn't necessarily have to be Kenny, because that's your world champion. You don't want to like fucking, you don't want to water him down, but like send the fucking TNT champ somewhere and have a fucking match in a promotion. Bring in like WXW and all that shit overseas. Like that's how you can make it different from WWE, when you involve fucking everybody and you'll all flip your fucking noses up at WWE. That's how you can make it different and change the fucking game. That's what you can do.
No, absolutely. And you know, Omega's been on the record as saying that he wants a working relationship with New Japan too, you know, and hey,
How
maybe
does that not happen after a year?
Yeah,
Well,
no, you're right. You're right, but like with what they're doing with NWA and Impact, that looks a lot more realistic. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know if that's going to happen like tomorrow or something, but hell, who knows? A year from now.
The thing I was saying about New Japan though, like, and I understand why New Japan is hesitant because they sent Okada and all these guys over here to TNA, and they completely fucking shit on them. And so that's why they've been kind of hesitant because they always send their young boys out or whatever to do like excursions to different countries.
Mm-hmm.
But they haven't really been doing it in America since TNA completely shitted on Okada and a bunch of their guys. So like mainly they go to Mexico now.
Gotcha.
Like, so I can understand like where's the hesitation there.
Yeah.
I mean, with this relationship, I'm gonna throw quotes on it, with Impact, Kyle brought up a good point in the chat that it's possible that we could see Bullet Club-esque things happening because Gallows and Anderson, who are a part of like the original Bullet Club.
Yep.
And Kenny was at one point the leader of the Bullet Club after AJ. That's just gonna be crazy if that happens.
Oh yeah.
More club shit. You know what I'm saying? Like,
well, listen. When WWE had all of Bullet Club at one point basically and did like stupid shit with them.
Yeah.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't mind if they put them together, but like I don't want another like club situation to be called the club and all that shit or whatever the fuck they're. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't mind them together, but like don't give me another fucking OG club or whatever the fuck they were calling it. Like just let Kenny come and clean these motherfuckers up.
Yeah.
And let them just be muscle. That's all they need to be. Put them back in their fucking shades and shit and fucking leather jackets and just fucking stand behind Kenny and protect him. That's all.
Agreed. Yeah.
Good brother.
I should have just ended it there.
That would have been awesome.
You can go back and edit it.
What?
You can go back and edit it, just saying.
No, I can't. I don't know how to do that. I don't edit these. Come on now. You give me too much credit. I don't edit these. This goes up like it is. Botches and all. Mainly for me.
Dirty as fuck.
That's enough of you.
Never
Thank you,
me.
everyone who is
Second
watching
helping
live
of Kevin
or
Crazy.
watched us. Stop it, Kevin.
Kevin Thanksgiving Crazy.
Oh my god, I hate you so much. Thank you for watching the Dynamite recap. We will be live again. Well, RN will be live with Kyle on Friday for SmackDown. So you can catch them on twitch.tv/puttingyouover. And keep an eye out on our YouTube page for all the videos we have going up in the next, 5 days.
Yep. There's a lot of them.
It's going to be a lot. This, like I said before, NXT recap, the War Games predictions, after Kyle and RN shoot SmackDown. SmackDown's video will be up. And, of course, War Games recap itself. Is a lot. There's a lot happening. You guys just gotta stay tuned. Also, follow us on Twitter at SmackDownPod. Kevin,
do it.
All right,
follow the shit out of us.
Say bye. Both of you say bye.
Goodbye, guys.
Bye.
Bye.